All right, I haven't done this in a minute, but welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your 2020 prediction. We are going to take a look at each month in 2020 to see what each month has in store for you.
Before we jump in, I want to thank today's sponsor, Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare. I've taken many helpful courses on Skillshare, but one of my favorite classes was Drawing on Everything, Discovering Your Creative Voice by Chantel Martin. I've been really inspired by this course to create more while discovering my own creative style and voice. This course has helped me think outside of the box while keeping things fun and interesting. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with thousands of classes in design, business, and more. Premium memberships gives you unlimited access so you can join the classes in communities that are just right for you. Whether you want to fuel your curiosity, creativity, or even career, Skillshare is the perfect place to keep you learning and thriving. Join more than 7 million creators learning with Skillshare. Join groups to learn with like-minded learners, give and receive feedback on projects, and speak with others with the same interest as you. Skillshare is giving away a free 2-month unlimited access trial to my subscribers who click the link in the description box below. And after that, it's only around $10 a month. It's totally worth it, you guys.
As you guys know, I do like to shuffle on camera 98% of the time. So it may be a little bit of a longer video. Hopefully you guys are into it. If you're not, then after a few minutes you can skip out. Give it a chance because I think that this is going to be a very detailed video. Now, I do have a mouse here because next year is the year of the rat or mouse. So I just got it and it's really cute, so I just put it there. I think 3 options kind of suffice overall in a reading because I want to spend my attention and my, as much as the details possible into each of the readings. I am going to only offer 3 different choices. Keep in mind it's a general reading. If the message does not apply, simply let it fly, as I always say. We have for the first choice Angel Aura Quartz. Okay, we have Pre-Night, at least that's how I pronounce it. Pre-Night or Pray-Night, whatever. Okay, and then we have a Sunstone Ring. Okay, so we have a crystal, a bracelet, and a ring. You guys can pick it that way, or you can pick it by the numbers 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, whatever number speaks to you. So you could take a minute, and what I suggest for you guys is if you have, your phone, your calendar, or whatever, you may want to just take some notes because this is for the entire year, and it may be a little bit, you might forget it down the line, which is fine. You can always come back to this video as many of you guys did for the last year's video, which I appreciate seeing your comments. It's really fun to look at. 1, okay, and this is the Angel Aura Quartz, or Angel Phantom Quartz. I apologize. It's the Angel Phantom Quartz. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is first I'm going to be utilizing the tarot to take a look at each month of 2020 for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to be shuffling. So it is a new decade, guys. Are you ready for it? Man, yeah, it's a whole lot happening in 2020. I already feel the energies there. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of hard work for you guys. I seem to feel like there's either you're going to be very busy or you're working on something. Now, some of you guys may suffer from something a little bit of a stress or feeling kind of burdensome by either physically showing up, as in, your shoulders hurting, your back's hurting, you're like, oh man, I need a massage, or I need to take I need to really pay attention to how I am lifting things. Guys, please pay attention to how you are lifting things, what you're doing, because, a lot of you guys are young and strong, but still, it's important to pay attention to those kind of things, okay? The other thing is like mental, physical, emotional strain on overworking. That can happen as well. But I also see tons of work, tons of opportunities for you guys, okay? So let's take a look at January to December for whoever picked Angel Phantom Quartz. Look at that. Lots of communication, lots of traveling for you guys. Perhaps also traveling for work, traveling for love, or simply love traveling, okay? All right, January. Remember, guys, not remember. Sorry. I'm going to be pulling 12 cards first, and then I'm going to be clarifying each of the cards. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, lots of these are reversed so far. We have the Queen of Wands, January, the Devil card in February, reverse, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups here. How do we want to do this? Okay, we're just going to go ahead with this. I just want to be able, for you guys to be able to see the cards. All right, 2 of Cups here. 4 of Swords, Page of Swords. Here we have the 5 of Swords, okay? So far, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and then we have Knight of Wands in the Moon card. Okay. Okay, so that's what I have. And then as far as the cards that fell out, I want to take a look at these, okay? Some of you guys have a lot of moments of emotion, lots of emotional moments coming up in 2020 for you. More so than this year, I believe. I believe this year may have been that working that I talked about earlier. It could have been carrying on, remember there's a camera here, carrying on from last year, meaning not last year, but 2019. Okay, guys, so excuse me. 2019. So 2019 could have been a year of a lot of hard work, a lot of moments of feeling kind of overwhelmed by certain things, probably feelings of anxiety coming up for some of you guys. That's being carried on into the first, or I would say like the first couple of months of 2020. However, I feel that this is all moving towards more of an emotional moment for you in 2020, where lots of moments of clarity emotion-wise. Previous to this, there might have been moments of like, I'm not quite sure about what's going to happen in my future. I am worried. I feel that I have to not so much overcomplicate, but overanalyze, or the word that I'm getting is organize, but more so in a way that's kind of stressful organization, not so much of like, oh yeah, I like, this goes here, this goes. No, it's more like, man, I have to be on top of everything. I almost have to look at everything from like a hawk's eye view, like just this is my prey and I cannot miss this moment. And there might have been a little bit of a stress involved for you guys there. But moving on into 2020, it's more about emotions. It's more about like, what makes me happy? What do I enjoy doing? What gives me joy? And how can I bring that joy onto other people as well, or share the moments of joy? So what I want for you guys to do in 2020, not so much what I want to do, but what I'm seeing here is make lots of memories. For you guys, pile number one, 2019 might have been a year of like, okay, looking back, you can remember a lot of things, but remember that memory is very, very fragile, okay? I can remember one thing and you can remember another thing, and we lived at the same moment, and we're perceiving it differently, you know what I mean? Or we might forget it entirely. It's very, very fragile. So in 2020, guys, make lots of moments of going out of your way to make plans with people that you love, or even yourself. Hey, you know what? I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to learn this. This is for you guys in 2020, what you want to focus on, you guys. Take pictures, write about it, start up a diary, dear diary, whatever, make lots of videos. If you're somebody that likes to make a lot of videos, make videos, record those moments, and not just record them and, you know, put them up in the cloud or on your phone or whatever. No, like, make something out of it. Go out of your way to compile those videos and title it whatever. And I know this might sound like really, really weird, but please remember to do that, guys. In 2020, there are going to be lots of moments where you are going to want to remember into your old age and into the future. You're going to want to talk about it. You're going to want to share these moments with people. So if there's a concert you're wanting to go to, if there's an event, if there's a restaurant, if there is a place you want to fly to or simply take a drive to, a mountain you want to hike, make sure that at least like once a month, guys, do it. It doesn't have to be a big thing either. It could just be a painting class. It could be this and that, whatever. Going to a big park, you know, do it. You guys, go out of your way to make memories. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. That is the message that I received. And also lots of emotional moments. Not only that, it's very intuitive moments too. A lot of you guys are going to see things in your dreams or even have a premonition of like, man, I feel like this is going to happen. Trust that intuition. As long as it is not inciting fear in your everyday life, trust those intuitions, okay? The other thing is about a female figure in your life in 2020. I will go through all of these months, but I'm just going based on these cards alone so far. And what I feel like is that there are going to be possibly rocky moments with someone who is a older feminine figure. I say feminine because, you know, it could be a male or female or whatever. But I feel like there could be a moments of rocky moments with a older female figure or someone who has a feminine energy that that possibly is older or has more of a I don't want to say authority, but I mean, it could be a teacher, it could be a mother, it could be, you know, a boss, a supervisor, whatever, right? Or an older sister. It could be something like that. The other thing is, it's about you. A lot of you guys in 2020 have moments of neglecting your own emotions, your own passion. Now, I'm not saying this is, you know, end all be all. Obviously, this is just a tarot reading, right? You could take your life in your own hands, okay? So, knowing this, what are some areas that you can honor yourself, that you can let your emotions and your voice be heard, right? Because there are going to be a lot of people, entities, energies, places, organizations, any of these things that need ooh, I'm like starting to shake, sorry. A lot of your time, attention, and energy. Start to evaluate what are the ones that are going to be I have a feeling you're okay. Okay, this is very weird. There are going to be people that need your help, okay? There are going to be people that need your help, almost like this nurturing energy that you have. I'm kicking things under my table. Nurturing energy that you have. So it's people like that you are providing a lot of, and the reason why I'm stumbling on my words is I'm hearing a lot of, like, a lot, okay? So it's like there's a lot on your shoulders. So you may feel that at moments it's like a lot of noise. A lot of people just want a lot of your attention, especially if you're an empath, and a lot of you guys are. You may feel a little bit overwhelmed from time to time, okay? And the thing is, you start to neglect. You may start to, okay, unless you self-correct along the way. Neglect. It's like your posture, okay? I have, like, you know, terrible posture since I was young, and I have to just, you know, I have to always remember, okay, you know, straighten your back or whatever as much as I can, right? So it's like those moments where it's like, whew, you know, you're feeling good, you're feeling okay, and then someone else takes your picture and you look at the picture and you're like, dang. You know those moments. Everyone's beautiful, okay? Everyone is beautiful. But I just want you to know, self-correct along the ways. As beautiful as you are, as strong and creative and independent and intuitive as you are, you somehow forget that about yourself, or you neglect that about yourself moving forward in 2020. You don't want to do that. There are going to be a lot of energies that need your energy, love, and attention. And those are all legit, okay? Give them what you can, but there is such thing as overgiving. There is such thing as filling another person's cup, whether it's your job, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, or bad habits, whatever it is. There is such thing as putting too much into it where you're empty and you can't give any longer, right? So focus on that, guys. Forgot that I have another camera here. Focus on that, guys. Balance is key in 2020, all right? Not only that, I feel like something that you have invested in, I do apologize, it's 16 minutes in, but for those of you guys who are listening, that's great. Something that you have invested in, even if it was an idea or just like something that you've kind of put out there but haven't really given love or attention to so far yet. Maybe it's just an idea but you voiced it, or maybe it is some savings that you have made for yourself, whether it's monetary or otherwise, whatever, is starting to build up in 2020. In fact, in 2020, it's going to start to give you the dividends that it has accumulated, or whatever it is. So it's a project, or it's something that you have put your love and attention to. Even just a tad bit is going to start to show its face in 2020. I want you guys to work on your self-confidence. In 2020, there are aspects that you really need to put yourself out there. Time is of the essence. Time is of the essence when it comes to this, guys. And that's not in terms of pressure, like chop chop, time's running out. No, but you also have to remember, time is something that we can never get back. Money and energy, and I know I always say this, money and energy is somehow can be replenished, can be made back, but time is very, very precious. So you guys have been hesitant to go towards something. You have to do this, and this is a big change. This is a big change for you, okay? So just remember that. Trust your intuition when it comes to this. It's about something brand new. Someone has feelings for you. Someone believes in you. If this is about love, somebody really has been festering, or you have been festering these emotions for somebody. Festering, is it a negative word or positive? I don't know. But you have been having these feelings towards something or somebody, and you need to really go for this thing, because time is of the essence when it comes to this. It needs to be done. Your voice needs to be heard. Your creativity, stop comparing yourself to others. There's something here that you gotta show. Okay, you got to show up for. You got to suit up for it, okay? You have to do this right now. And there's communication coming through about that. The other thing is there's tons of intuitive moments for you. Communication is coming to you. Some of you guys are looking at astrology. Some of you guys are just looking up at the stars, or simply meditating and getting a lot of the answers that you need. Trust these are not just in your head, okay? They are not just in your head. The other thing I see is that you're learning something here. There is something at the beginning of the year that is very foreign to you, very brand new to you, very strange to you, but somehow by the end of the year, you have mastered it. You are a professional at it, okay? Just remember that. You are a professional at it at the end of the year, okay? Look, if you mastered it somehow, it's like you already know it by heart. Okay, that's the key word. You already know it by heart. It's something. So put your energy into it. Even if you think that it's overwhelming, it's too much information, it's hard, I'll never remember this, or I'll never be able to do this. Don't for a second doubt yourself, because by the end of the year, you're going to be a master at it. Okay, you're going to be mastering it. Okay, guys, sorry. Going into the actual reading, what I want to start to do is to clarify some of the energies of each of the month here. But just by overall looking at it, I would say that your year is filled with quite a bit of moments of sharing moments with others. I want to say that there's a lot of love coming up in 2020 for you. Love in a sense of romance, but also in a sense of, platonically, just love that you have for people around you. Lots of moments of agreeing and making friends with people, either at work or school or social moments. Lots of emotional moments as well. What I want to say is that you are feeling very inspired in 2020. Take that idea and turn it into millions, my friends. What I see for you in January, Queen of Wands reversed. Some of you guys throughout the year is dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Capricorn, a Pisces, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So far, that's what I see. Pretty much everything. But Queen of Wands, without further ado, clarify Queen of Wands, please. Okay, Page of Cups. So there's some type of there's something in January that I'm getting the feeling for some of you guys that it's not mutual. The feeling's not mutual. Especially you may not be feeling the same way as another person on something. So there could be a little bit of a disagreement there, or just simply not feeling like it. Like, man, I don't want to F with you. Like, no, I don't feel like it. What you're bringing to the table, I'm not buying it. That's the type of energy that I'm getting in January. So there could be a secret admirer or somebody who's trying to push their feelings on you and you're like, not really. I want to do me. Or it could be something else. If it's not romance, for some of you guys, it's an opportunity that's coming, or it's a new beginning that's coming. And not all new beginnings you have to take. Not all new opportunities you have to take. You know what I mean? It's up to you to decipher. Take your life back into your own hands and decide, do I want to take this opportunity? Because for some of you guys, it is an opportunity, but you're not feeling it because it doesn't allow you to be as creative or as independent as you wish. So if it's a new job or whatever, and you're like, I don't really, it doesn't give me the freedom that I want. It doesn't give me the power that I want. It's not giving me the creative power that I want. So then in January, you're like, see you later. Okay. That doesn't mean that, you're rejecting any type of abundance to come your way. It just means that you are, independently and from the power that you have within, deciding what you deserve, because some things you're like, no, I deserve better than this. So in January, there could be a little bit of a feelings in terms of that. And the Devil card here reversed, there could be unhealthy addictions or unhealthy people around you that you must cut the ties with. Okay, so let's look into that, the Devil card in February. I'm just going to line these up so I don't lose my place, you know what I mean? Okay, this is what it is. Oh, here we go. You know what I mean? Okay. I like how I say you know what I mean without even giving the explanation yet. February. If you catch my drift, this is what's going to happen, I feel like, for some of you guys, okay? Granted, you're not in a loving relationship, that, you're married, or you're happy with where you are. Let's just say you're looking, or you are ready to move on, or whatever. What's going to happen in February for some of you guys is that whatever opportunity you nixed, or you're vetoed, or you're like, I'm not really feeling it, in January, you let it slide, whatever, you don't feel any type of regret about that, okay? Because by February, we have Wheel of Fortune and Knight of Cups. Something's gonna come around. The other thing, and I'm gonna give you a couple different scenarios, okay? Whatever you feel intuitively that this message is for you, because there are a lot of people watching. Thank you all for watching. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like. But in February, what I feel like is this. The opportunity that you felt like you missed the boat, or man, did I really make the right decision? Absolutely, you made the right decision. Why? Because a better, bigger and better and more solid opportunity is coming towards you. In January, it was like, is it real? Is it good? Is it steady? Is it grounded? Is it grounded in reality? Does it have proof? Is it coming with receipts? Not really, right? It's just an idea. It's just the mouth. Blah, blah, blah. In February, some of you guys are really annoyed by me right now, but in February, it's more solid. It is more grounded in reality, and it is something that is bigger and better for you. Whether that is a romantic interest, whether it's a job opportunity, whether it's a whatever it is, it's a better opportunity, okay? Now, I want to say for some of you guys, it could be an ex. It could be something from your past. If it is not your ex in a romantic sense, it is something that you was from your past coming back into your present. Okay, so it didn't work out the first time. Whether it was a work, it was love, or whatever, it didn't quite work out the first time. Well, in February, it's coming back for seconds, for desserts. It's coming back, okay? It's coming back, and this time it's bigger and better. It's way better for you guys. Now, it is coming with a lesson, though. I want you guys to remember that in February. It is coming with a lesson, meaning it's something that you had to learn. It may have been hard to learn, or it may have been a little bit painful to learn from it, but you have learned, and now you are smarter and wiser and just better overall to take in this opportunity or this person. Both of you guys. If it involves another person, both of you guys have learned, and you guys are better for it now. So this time around, it's going to work out, okay? Just remember with the devil card, if they display, or if it displays unhealthy behavior once again, or red flashing lights for you, because you are very intuitive this year, 2020. If it does this, think about it. Don't kill anybody. Think about it. That's all I'm saying. All right. Think about it. Okay. All right, here we go. March, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So it's a lot of work you're doing. You're investing in something. You could be investing in yourself, your future, investing in a relationship. Whatever it is, there's a lot of investments, a lot of working hard for it. Okay. So in March, there could be feelings of a little bit of an animosity where it's like, man, all this work I'm putting in, am I seeing anything in return? So let's clarify that. 7 of Pentacles for March. Okay, so March is not the month, guys. Keep in mind it is an overall reading, but March, take a look at things, right? Don't make any hasty decisions. In March, some of you guys are like, I want out of this relationship. And obviously, if it's unhealthy, get out of there. Whether it's a relationship or your job or whatever, get out of there. But give it till April or later, because this is not the month you want to make any type of decisions. You want to lay low, keep it easy. Don't spend too much money. Do not, unless it's investing in yourself or your future or whatever it is. There could be people coming to you asking for help, asking for money, or just simply asking for your time and energy, and they are not the most deserving of it right now. The other thing is, like, people are pushing your buttons at work, at school, at whatever. People could be pushing your buttons, and you're like, man, I want to lay low. I want to think about it. I want to be by myself for a bit. So March is a month where you are prioritizing a lot of moments of solitude, moments of by yourself, okay? Now, April, we have 3 of Cups reversed. This is where I worry a little bit. And the reason why I worry a little bit here is, and I want to clarify that. Why is the 3 of Cups here, please, for April? Okay, we have one card that fell out here. Okay, we have 7 of Cups reversed too. Someone is confusing you in April, okay? They're not giving you straight answers. You ask them yes or no. Give me a yes or no. They give you maybe. You ask them black or white, they give you gray. Okay, they're not giving you a clear, straight answer. Does that mean that the person is, like, they don't deserve a chance? I don't know. That's up to you to decide, okay? If it's not another person, it's you. You're feeling confused AF. In April, come April, you're like, man, I don't know anymore. Like, Ashley is telling me this, and then whoever, I can't think of another name, Nicole is telling me that, and it's like, okay, then which one is it, right? Which one is it? There could be a lot of gossip, right? Lots of back and forth, lots of moments of, this is just an example, but if you're at work, they're like, oh, did you hear this company's going bankrupt? Or, did you hear so-and-so, the bosses, this and that, whatever. Or like, you might be hearing a lot of rumors, but some of them may not be rooted in truth. So this is not the month where you're trying to look for answers. This is a month where, again, March and April, for you guys, is not a month where you want to make big decisions. It's not a moment where you want to make like blanket statements or say yes or no. Or you might be seeking for an answer from somebody else, and they're not able to give you a clear answer. It could be something astrological. It could be, something about them that is a little bit just confused in general. If you feel intuitively that this is the case, then give them another month. Give this place another month, whatever it is. Don't make hasty decision. Don't quit or leave a relationship unless, again, it's toxic and unhealthy. Just because something is kind of up in the air. There could be some of that. And for others of you guys, I feel like it could be a month where you're not really connecting spiritually. There could be a lot of focus on other areas of your life. Again, you don't have to be spiritual 24/7. Or, you don't have to be all about it. I can't speak. You don't have to, but make it a priority to look within yourself, because in March and April, you want to come back down to earth. You want to ground yourself, and you want to make moments of meditating, being with yourself and connecting to source to be able to get some of that junk mail out of your mind, right? Because there could be a lot of junk in general. Okay, some of you guys are clearing out some stuff, clearing out relationships, clearing out blockages in April, or feeling more aware of those blockages, kind of like a slap in your face, like, wow, I knew that this was a distraction, but I need to cut out this distraction, or I need to cut out this toxicity or negative energy, this hand motion, I don't know what it is, but cut out. Okay. Now in May, we have the 5 of Pentacles reverse. Clarify that, please. Here's what I'm getting, guys. In order to have a more stable... Okay, let me pull this card first. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, here's what it is. The World card. This is what it is. Okay, this is exactly what I was thinking. So with the World card and the 5 of Pentacles reverse, here's what it is, okay? You may not be thinking about this right now per se. Keep in mind, because this is May, right? In a week, a lot of things can change. In a month, a lot of things could change. You guys are understanding that you deserve better, yet you are staying in one place. My friends, what's going on? You guys know that you deserve better. You guys know that you need to take back your own control. You guys know that this is stagnant and it's not fresh, okay? That shit, when you look at the package, it expired quite a while ago. But you're like, oh, but, what if I want to eat it? Like, no, you don't want to eat it, I understand there's some kind of mentality here with I don't want to waste it. Or I'm scared. And I understand, because a lot of people go through this, right? Every single human being at some point in their life is like, I don't want to waste it. I want to give it another chance. I'm scared for the future. I'm just going to hang on to what I know. Everyone has gone through this. But you guys in 2020, March, April, and finally, cumulatively in May, I don't know if that's a word, you're like, that's it, done. For my security, for my future, for my happiness, and for my confidence, I need to take back something and I need to start something new. Therefore, some of you guys may be a little bit stressed about security, your material goods, your close relationships, or your finances. Those are things that may be of your focus in March, April, May, and you are going to want to make a change in that arena, because you're like, okay, I can't worry about paycheck to paycheck anymore. I gotta make a change somehow. I gotta start this up. I gotta do what I want to do. If it's a relationship, it's like, you know what? I gave it a try. For months and months, it's been rocky. For months and months, I can't get a clear answer. I have been betrayed. I feel lonely. I feel like left out in the cold. I gotta do something to get back my confidence, right? And believe you me when I tell you this, guys, and I don't say this to like point any fingers or anything like that, because we have all been there, right? But you're blocking your own happiness. You're blocking something better from coming your way when you hang on to something that is not quite good for you. Okay? Not saying that everything should be perfect all the time. However, I think in your heart you know that you gotta let go of this. You gotta let go of this. But also understand, in the meantime, by letting go of this energy, you're also inviting bigger and better things to come into your life, okay? And then moving on to June, we have the Two of Cups reversed. Oh, here we are. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. This is what I see for you here. You're going to make a big change around May. You're going to finally have this feeling of, okay, done. Come June, like I said, this is a moment of all the hard work. Possibly these 3 months could be a hard month for you. March, April, May. June, boom, boom. Sound effect. Is going to be a really, really good month for you, because finally all that hard work, all that confusing moments of all that, like, you know, moments of like, man, I gotta get myself back. I gotta like do something to make me happy. I gotta have a new chapter in my life. I gotta get back my confidence somehow. Boom, in June, you're gonna get it back. Okay. And not only that, I feel that you could meet somebody, all right? Let's just say you're single, you're looking, or whatever your situation is. Something is going to happen that unites you with something that is going to be very, very good for you. Okay, something that you know really captures your emotions in some type of way. So whether that's a person or opportunity, that's all coming in June. But that's because you've let go of something in May, okay? That's what I see. So all your efforts are being paid off in June. You're going to have moments of clarity and communicating with somebody, coming close to somebody. Now, the other thing I want to tell you guys here is we've got grapes in the background. Somehow this is speaking to me here. I think that you guys, some of you guys, you're starting a new diet plan, or you are working on getting in shape or something like that towards May and June. Not only that, understand that I feel like it's good that you're putting yourself out there. It's good that you're doing all these things, but make it last, okay? Because grapes, after a while, you know, they rot. Okay, they've got an expiration date too. So make sure you're preserving it somehow. Make jelly out of it. Make jam out of it. Make wine out of it. Whatever you got to do to preserve that. Because wine made from grapes, obviously, the older they are, the better, right? Sometimes. So just understand that, you know, take that opportunity. Take this relationship, you know, enjoy it, you know, make it last, make it last somehow, okay? Because it could frizzle out really fast there. Unless you make, you know, moves to try to preserve it. And then moving into July, we have the Four of Swords here. Wow, this is a really long one. Okay. 4 of Swords, July. Okay, here we go. 9 of Cups. Would you look at that? All right, guys. The time is now. No more waiting. No more waiting. Here's what I see. The latter half of 2020 is beautiful for you. Okay? Beautiful. Because towards July, there's something that you've been waiting on. Boom, it's your time to shine. I think that all eyes are on you. This is a moment of spectacular happiness. Therefore, if you have a project, if you have something that you're planning on launching, if you are wanting to go on a trip, if you're wanting to transform somehow, planning for around July. Okay, I think this is going to be a really, really good month for you. Think about it. You've thought about it. You have waited on it, and somehow in around July, there's going to be a really good moment for you coming up. Okay, a recognition, a promotion, something that you're really, really proud of. Page of Swords, August. Ooh, the Fool card. You see that? I'm telling you right now, last half of the year. Page of Swords with the Fool card, you're definitely starting something new here. Page of Swords, you got a new idea, you got a new opportunity, you're making action towards something. You're being very vocal about what it is that you want. People are being vocal towards you, offering you a new beginning, offering you something, offering you a journey, an exciting, exciting moment, okay? So that's what I see for you in August. Moving on to September, we have the 5 of Swords. Clarify that, please. Okay, 6 of Cups with the 5 of Swords. Okay, so there could be a severing of a friendship. What I see for you here is that there could be, even if it's momentous or, momentarily, or even if it's long term, there could be a little bit of a separation from somebody that you are very close to or were very close to. There's just somehow like butting heads, butting ideas. They don't see the things the way that you do, and neither do you. Could be an argument here and there. For some of you guys, it is about having children. This is for a select number of you guys. It is about having children. For some of you guys, this is someone from your childhood or from your past. In September, there seems to be a lot of reminiscing, a lot of remembering things from the past, and a lot of clearing up past karma or trauma. For some of you guys, trauma could be coming up in September from your childhood, or something in your past in general where you're like, okay, I gotta talk through this, I gotta talk about it, I gotta break through, I have to cut the ties. Okay, some of you guys, it's that. Some of you guys, it's your children that already do exist. There could be a little bit of a fight with them or argument with them. But that's for a select number of you guys. I also see you trying out something from the past. Once again, just like this guy right here. This mouse from 2020. That's the year of the mouse. Try again. Okay? Try again. If you really, really want to, try again. Don't give it up so easily. October, we have the 8 of Cups. Oh, we have 6 of Wands. Okay. This is a cycle. These are coming up as a cycle for me. Meaning you guys are leaving something. All right. Come October, you guys are leaving something that once made you happy, that once gave you satisfaction, that once you have accomplished. The other thing for me, guys, is the 6 of Wands and 8 of Cups. It's almost like a sense of graduation, right? So you've overcome this obstacle, you've done what you can, and now you know that you deserve better, or now that you are going on to learning something different, going on to a new chapter of your life. So you're closing out that. By celebrating. It's a celebration, but it's also sad at the same time. It's kind of like graduation, right? high school graduation or something. You're like, okay, I'm so happy, I'm graduating. But then at the same time, those people that you spent the last 4 years of, or even more with, you are separating from, and all you guys are going off to different colleges, or some of you guys are not, and it's like, that kind of feeling. It's celebratory, but it's also sad because it marks an ending to something. That's what's happening in October for you guys, okay? The other of you guys, for a select number of you guys that this does apply to, there is some type of marriage or commitment coming up in your life, whether it's committing to a new career or committing into a relationship. Whatever it is, there could be celebration coming up, and you guys are moving on to a new chapter of your relationship with one another. Let's move this up here. This is November, this is December. We're almost done here. November. Oh, okay, yeah. So some of you guys are getting married, moving in with a significant other, or moving into a home. Moving in general. I see that here. So some celebrations coming up here with the Emperor in the Four of Wands. It's something that's very, very stable. I mean, this cannot get any more stable, right? Because the Four of Wands and the Emperor card really is about stability. It's something that cannot be shaken. Okay, let the wind blow, like let the rain, whatever it is. It cannot be broken down. It cannot be taken down. That is how stable this energy is in November. So what I feel like here is this. It's something foreign. It's something you've never tried before, but it's bringing you in that stability that you wish, whether it's a relationship or whatever, as I keep mentioning. Because it's going to be different for everybody. But what I see here is it could be an older male figure, or somebody with authority, or somebody who's, a teacher, a parent, whatever it is. A manager, a supervisor, whatever it is. There could be something here that you're like moving up in your life. You're becoming one of those things where you are, you're moving into like a whole new, what do you call those? Like, I don't want to say position, but like in general, like you're being called something else. As in, you could have like a nephew and now you're being called an aunt or uncle, or you have a children, now you're like a mom and a dad, or you are moving up in your career and you have a certain position in that career, or you have some sort of notoriety, or you have some sort of whatever is here. There's some type of moving up here, okay, in position. Yeah. I also see here, what else was I getting here? Yeah, I think that it's going to call on you to make creative decisions. So November is a month where you're going to feel extremely creative to try to do something. There could be a party. There could be some sort of a celebration here that you're organizing, or that is because of you and your creativity and your passions, okay, that's bringing you in this whole new era of your life, and especially in 2020 where finally you're having the stability away from this time of March, April, May, where you felt unstable. You felt, okay, the money's a little bit tight, or I don't know what I'm going to do with my future, or my relationship's a little bit rocky. Boom, in November, it's all going to be stabilized. The Moon card reversed in December. Clarify that, please. Okay, just checking that it's still recording. There's some secret feelings, okay? There's some secret feelings here. This is going to sound weird to some people. With the Moon card and the Five of Cups, there are unseen forces, okay? There are unseen forces. Now, that's going to scare some of you guys, or some of you guys are like, okay, whatever. I always deal with unseen forces. If you are somebody who is highly in touch with their intuition and psychic ability, so on and so forth, that everyone has, by the way. Nobody's, has more than the other. Everyone has it. But if you're tapped into it more so than others, you may be already, this may come naturally to you. However, I feel like in December, there are going to be moments of connecting to what's outside of what's visible to the eye. So there's a lot of energies here flying. So this could be, you know, ancestors, people, loved ones that have passed on. Any type of energy here that I feel is trying to somehow connect with you. You could be shutting it out though, out of fear, which is okay. Always protect your energy, but in December there could be moments of like you're shutting out of it. In December also, I feel like everything else is pretty stable, but emotionally you could be suffering from some emotional and this channel is not meant to diagnose or anything like that, but there could be some depression or depressive moments. There could be moments of sadness. There could be moments of anxiety. A lot of things going on emotionally and psychologically. There could be something there as well that I want you guys to watch out for. Always ask for help. Always reach out for help. Always know that you are going to be your biggest advocate and you have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for your health, okay? And again, I'm not diagnosing anybody or anything like that. I'm talking more on an emotional level. All of us go through it at some point in our life, but December might be a month where you're going through a lot of that. Reach out, okay? The other thing I see for you guys here is that December is a moment of mystery. Lots of like la moments. Lots of moments that don't really make sense. Don't really make sense at all for you. But understand that in the long run it is going to make sense for you, okay? Just give it a chance. Okay, so let's do some overall themes for 2020. We're gonna close out this reading. I'm so sorry that it's a very, very long reading. Maybe you could chop it up into pieces. Okay, we have the gate. Barrier keeps you from your goal. Okay, so we mentioned this in the beginning here. The barrier is essentially you. We give it names, we give it energies into other things. It's my job, it's my paycheck to paycheck, it's this relationship, it's this person. If this person can get there together, then I wouldn't be in this position. And yes, all the things are that, just that. But understand that you have the power to try to improve your life in some type of capacity, okay? Don't give up quite yet. I also feel that this gate, who holds the key to it, as cheesy as it sounds, it's you. Because we mentioned in the beginning, you get in your own way sometimes in 2020. Actively try to focus. Oh, straighten up my back. You know what I mean? Like how I do, it's like, okay, whoa, okay, I gotta like, you know, fix my posture. Check in with yourself to fix this along the way so that it doesn't become a bigger problem in the long run, where you start to despise yourself, where you start to say, man, why didn't I do this at that time? Understand that you're powerful and you are very, very creative and you are very passionate about this thing. You got to go for it. Okay, so that's the barrier. The barrier keeps you from your goal, but you can self-correct. Okay, so it could be just you speaking up a little bit more. Okay, what else here? 2020. Okay, we have water. Emotions are at their peak. Interesting. So water being a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the reading, this will be a very emotional year for you. Make a lot of memories, right? Connect with the people that are with, you know, that are close to you, but also listen to your intuition, listen to your emotions. What makes you happy? What do you want to do? You know, if something makes you sad, address it so that it doesn't get prolonged and become a bigger problem later on, right? Check in with yourself constantly. Listen to your feelings and your emotions. Okay. Finally, we're going to pull some of these cards for group number 1. We have death. We have healing. Yeah, it's a very transforming a year for you, 2020. The death card is really the energy of, once again, water, Scorpio, right? Death and rebirth. The things that are taboo, the things that are not discussed normally at the breakfast table, okay? I don't know if people have breakfast together anymore, but that's the type of, like, you're not just going to talk about sex and drugs and whatever, death and all those kind of corpses at the breakfast table. At my home we do, but I'm just saying, it's not like it's taboo. It's things that are taboo. It's things that are like, okay, you know, do we really want to put this out in the open? That's the energy, right? But understand that through this death and rebirth process, you are perfecting yourself. You are becoming stronger and better. And you are becoming more in tune with yourself, escaping from these layers that are holding you back, right? It's kind of like the snake. So just understand that it's a process that's necessary for everybody. Death and rebirth, death and rebirth. Understand that you're going to go through a lot of that in 2020. It will be emotional, but it will also be freeing. How freeing is that, right? And that's also going to heal you along the process. It's going to be very, very healing for you. The ceremony here, to me, really kind of looks like the Hierophant card. There's a black and a white, you know, and there's the sun rising, the sun setting. Again, the death and rebirth, the new beginnings and endings, new beginnings and endings. But through that, you are healing. Through that, you are discovering a new beginning. You're discovering the direction that you want to go in. You are finding balance within through this black and white. You're also in tune highly through this ceremony card with your intuition and what it means to you to connect with source, what it means for you to connect back with yourself. And understanding that not everything is black and white. Sometimes, yes, it's in the gray zone, but through it all, you're still discovering, you're still learning. And it's okay to be in the uncertain moments sometimes. It is uncomfortable, right? But 2019 was a year where you probably were laser focused on organizing. You were laser focused on, I need the answer. I need this to be yes and no. I need this to be black and white. But 2020 is going to teach you that it doesn't have to be. Sometimes leave the power up, right? But also take charge in moments that are necessary. Ceremony to me also is check back in with source, check back in with yourself, as I mentioned earlier. Sorry for repeating myself. There are moments where you're neglecting yourself, moments where you're neglecting your emotions, your creative voice, your voice in general, your independence. You want to do that. You want to create moments. Ceremony is, you know, you're intending to do something. Intend to do it. Do it. Okay? So I hope you have a beautiful 2020. I know you will. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. All right, so whoever picked the bracelet, the pre-night, we are going to go into your reading. I did change because it got cold and I also took a break. So this reading is going to focus on each month of 2020 for you and what the energies have in store for that. So, this may be a bit of a longer video than usual, so give it a chance, you know, try it out. Okay, so for whoever picked number 2 or the pre-night bracelet, 2020, what's coming up? Okay, so they, I feel like there needs to be, for you guys, it's a little bit different than group number 1. They want to talk about some of the sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. Some of the topics of 2020 for you, some of the big themes, okay? So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to go into the month to month, but it seemed like they wanted me to pull 3 cards, so that is what I did. We have the Emperor card, the 6 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups, just making sure everything is being recorded. So here's some confusion about some things from your past that are going to come up in 2020 for you. It could be some issues related to your sense of stability, your sense of what you feel grounds you, and how you can get there in your life and taking that power back. How can you get to that point in your life in 2020? How can you create this sense of security for yourself in essence? So that could be anywhere from your family relationships, things from your past, traumas, karmic things that need to kind of come up and be kind of addressed. It could be, you know, finances. It could be anything of that sort that could come up. In 2020, the focus is almost on how to create that security for yourself by diving into some of the things from your past that could be preventing you or stopping you, or is in essence like a blockage from you getting to where you need to be. So a lot of the issues may come up, but this is also moments of really very precious moments that are coming up for you. Ones that you're going to remember, ones that you are going to really grow from. The other thing is with the Emperor card, for a select number of you guys, it is a general reading, a select number of you guys, you are leveling up in your life. You're going to the next level, whatever that means. If it means more of a commitment with a person that you are in a relationship with, or finding or going into a relationship, period, and knowing that this is something that's not just a fling, not just, whatever. It's more so someone that you probably are going to stick with for a very long time and go into a very committed relationship with, living together. Possibly for some of you guys, it's having children. And that's, again, so for a select number of you guys. It's not all of you guys, okay? But yeah, possibly it's you having children. Possibly it's someone you've known since you were young or have had some type of history with, coming back into your life. The other thing I see here with the Emperor card for a select number of you guys, sorry for repeating that, but I feel like there's a lot of messages just in these three cards here. Some of you guys, okay, so you're getting promoted, or you're going to the next level in your education, or going to the next level in your relationship, or whatever, creating that sense of security and stability for yourself in your business, in your finances, in your relationships. Not only that, with the Emperor card, it could be some things from your someone who is older than you, someone who has a bit of a more authority than you, I guess you could say. Could be a teacher, could be a boss, could be a parent, could be an older sibling. Whatever it is, there could be some things there that bring you closer to this person that possibly before there was a rigidity. Is that a word? There was some sort of a maybe a hardship, or hard to access this person in some type of way, but they start to open up. You start to open up to them as well. You come together and you create something with one another. Okay, so that's like a big thing here as well. So again, it could be a more of a masculine energy. The other thing with the Seven of Cups here, some of you guys are focusing on your life purpose in 2020. Not that, some years you don't focus on it at all. I think we're in constant search of it, constantly trying to improve ourselves. But for you guys, it's more about finding it. Something sort of clicks in 2020 where it becomes abundantly clear what your purpose here on earth is and what you need to be doing to get to that point, if that makes sense. So if you were at all confused in the prior years, 2019, 2018, whatever, this is a year where you're really honing in on it. You are becoming more and more clear and within yourself as well. What do I want to do? What do I feel like is my purpose? So on and so forth. And a lot of you guys, it is going back to that point of in your past to try to rediscover it. Kind of walking back into your past and saying, hey, what is it that, I've always wanted to do, but I've denied myself of? Or what is it that really makes my heart happy and joyful that I've neglected or told myself I'm not good enough for it, or I can't do it? Whatever it is, it becomes very, very clear to you guys in group number 2, okay? So I'm going to put these guys back and I'm going to go into the month to month. For pre-night. I do hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay, so group number 2, 2020, pre-night. Oh, okay, that was quick. Again, at the bottom of the deck, the Emperor card. This is an Aries energy, guys. Is it recording? Yep. Okay. So, all right. So this is very much that energy of starting something, being almost to a point, needing to be aggressive, needing to come out of your own shell and speak your truth and understand that you and only you are going to, well, other people are going to help you along the way too, but you know what's best for you, right? At the end of the day, you know what's best for you. If you are clear within yourself, you can find that. And there are no more, stepping back. There is no more, giving your power away to somebody else. Understand that you are the emperor. You are the decision maker. You are the one that's going to go fight for your dreams, fight for the things that you want to make happen. So there could be moments of, that coming up as well. It's almost asking you to hone in on this energy of the emperor and channel the emperor somehow. Right? So knowing what you need to fight for, right? So just making sure this all fits. Okay, so we have January here. Oops, I might need to do this. Okay. We have February, 5 of Wands. We have the Judgment card, March. We have the Lovers card reversed in April. We have the 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. We have the Tower card reversed. 4 of Pentacles reversed. And don't be alarmed, guys, just because we're having a lot of reversed. It just, I'm going to go ahead and clarify each of the cards. I'm going to pull extra cards to, get the message across. So don't worry about that. And it also just means that, some things may feel delayed, but it's still happening for you, regardless of if you see it or not, okay? So this is your year spread. Going to move it just a tad bit. Like I said in the beginning, it could be a little bit of a longer reading, okay? All right, so with the Chariot card reversed in January, I do want to clarify that. Clarify that, please. So we have Cancer here with the Chariot. Okay, January, we have 8 of Pentacles. So you're wanting in January to move away from something. You're wanting to make a big change in January, okay? So for some of you, this could be manifesting at work where it's like, man, I don't really like what I do anymore. Or like, I need to find a way to get that passion back again. Or I need to take a trip. I need to get the hell out of here and take a trip, or I want to move houses, or I want to make investments in myself, for my future. And I feel like I need to move away because I know that I could possibly do better elsewhere, or I know that I could get a better result by doing something else. So in January, there could be a feeling of wanting to move away. Now, do you move away yet? I don't really see that for you guys. But once again, this is just a prediction and it's an overall reading. If you feel that, you do want to move away, you could start to make changes to reflect that. But I feel like in January, some of you guys are, as you can see here, working on moving, okay? So some of you guys are saving up for a trip, saving up to move to a new house, new apartment, whatever. Saving up so that you can possibly do what you love doing. In the meanwhile, saving up so that you could start to do that, start to put your energy and focus into that. So there's not quite moving yet, but there's a big goal that you have that you're working towards in January. Okay, so that's what I see here. Also, what I see for a select number of you guys, you see a problem already. Okay, so in 2019, as we speak, you already know, because this is January, this is next month, right? You already know like the underlining thing that you need to take care of, whether it's your mental health, whether it's your relationship and you're wanting to work on your relationship, whether it's your whatever it is, you're wanting to work on it, and in January you're making actions to potentially get to where you want to be, and that's what I see. Okay, February is the 5 of Wands. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, what is funny is that, I don't know if you could kind of see it in the video, I was kind of like smiling a little bit because I felt like February, some of you guys are going to, through struggle though, okay? or through some kind of hardship, something's gonna rock the boat, okay? Something's gonna rock the boat, and you're like, is it worth it? Do I really want it this much? Or, man, I feel like it's not going to work out for me, but it ends up working out for you. In February, there's a big reveal. There is a new beginning. There's feelings that are offered, whether it's romantic or platonic or whatever. There are exchange of emotions, exchange of feelings, exchange of, communication that are coming up in your life for you in February. And although there's some sort of a breakthrough, okay? So let's just say you were arguing a lot with a friend or a family member or someone you're in a relationship or whatever. You feel like things are not kind of working out between you and another thing, whether that's a human being or whatever, at a workplace. So there's some sort of a breakthrough. In February, you're feeling your best self, and you know what you need to do to get to that place of health for you mentally and physically. Therefore, I see you making a lot of physical changes, but also emotional and spiritual changes in February, because you don't really like that yucky feeling anymore. You don't want that freaking yucky feeling anymore. So whatever it is animosity between you and another person or whatever it is, or you within yourself, your confidence, you're like, I don't want that anymore. It's just a gross feeling, the temporary fixes no longer are good for you. And this is going to ring true to a lot of you. You may not, you may resonate with it right now, but keep in mind it's, still December and this is February. You don't know where you're going to be in February, but some of you guys know this feeling of temporary fixes can no longer help you, is no longer working out, honey. It's not. No. It's over, right? So now you're working towards permanent fixes. So whatever that means for you. And I see a lot of it involved with health, a lot of it involved with emotions and romance and spirituality. All of that's coming in February. So if you feel that you kind of are, there's some sort of animosity, again, I'm going to use that word because I can't think of another word. If there's some kind of feeling of yuckiness between you and another entity, whatever it is, understand that you are going to pull through it, okay? Now, this is also a time where I feel like something is closer now. There was some type of distance between you and this thing or this person. Boom, it's going to become closer in February, okay? So some of you guys, that means going into a relationship. For others of you guys that are in a relationship already, it just means that it's closer between you guys. You're talking more, you're communicating more, and you're overcoming some of the obstacles. For others of you guys, if you're not concerned with a relationship or if that really doesn't ring true to you, it's about something else, such as your workplace or family member or friend or whatever, okay? Moving into the Judgment card for March. Oh, okay. This is like a gasp moment, okay? We have 7 of Pentacles. March, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are having this moment of gasp. Like, oh, it's like there's going to be a big reveal. Or there's going to be a big discovery. I mean, those are same things, but there's going to be a moment of just like the curtains fall, okay? And you're like, wow, that comes as a surprise. Now, for this moment, and I'm not saying it's going to be good or bad because it's going to be different for everybody, but I think it's in your best interest to have some cushion, okay? Some cushion, and what I mean by cushion is start saving up now. If it's money that you feel kind of tight with the money, start saving up now, because there could be something in March that if it's like this gas moment of, oh my gosh, this is like straight up my alley, I need it right now, this is something I've always wanted, then you're gonna want to spend money on it, right? And you are gonna want that money to spend that money on it. Or if it's a moment of, man, I need new tires on my car, or I need to get my car checked, or I need to get my health checked, or whatever, right? Because some of us, living in the States, insurance, whatever. But I'm just saying, make sure you dot your I's, you cross your T's, make sure you have a little bit of cushion. So some of you guys, it is going to be financial. Some of you guys, it is going to be you want to bank up on hours, you want to bank up on energy, you want that energy to be able to focus on this thing that you want or you need in your life. But that's what I see here, okay? Some of you guys, it's going to be a big surprise. You are going to overcome this, but you need to temporarily supplement whatever it is that you need to fix this problem. Therefore, if some of you guys it's money, some of you guys it's something else, okay? So get that right. Because I feel like you're saving up for something in March. Like I said in the beginning, you're saving up already in January, or you're working hard to accomplish this goal. By March, I see you getting really, really close to that goal where you start to see some sort of a result, okay? So the hard work you've been putting in, whatever you've been accumulating since January, by March, you're seeing the result of it, okay? So if it's like for some of you guys, not all of you guys, you're trying to get healthier. By March, you feel a lot healthier. You're seeing, you feel a lot better. Your clothes are fitting better and you feel energetic and you feel lethargic, whatever. For some of you guys, it's health. Some of you guys, it's money. Some of you guys, it's time, whatever it is, okay? Or the work that you've been putting in. Okay, that's what I see. But it's going to come as a big surprise to you, okay? Now, in April, we have the Lover's card reverse, and that's too many cards, so let's put that back. Lover's card reversed in April. Okay, we have the Three of Swords reversed. Now, and this one's coming too, the Knight of Swords. You can't see that, can you? Here we go. This is the cards that we have, okay? Now, again, this is going to be different for everybody. This could be a hard time in your relationship, okay? April could be a time where it could be a little bit rocky in terms of emotional things that capture your emotions, such as a relationship you're in, a person you have a crush on, or like, things that are really near and dear to your heart. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be your project, it could be your baby, whatever it is. It could be a little bit rocky here, just because you guys are not communicating clearly, okay? Now, in any relationship, there are going to be rocky moments. Does that mean that you guys are going to break up? You guys are going to get divorced? You guys are, whatever. No, but I feel like the entire month of April could be a little bit rocky just because you are saying, both of you guys, by the way, if this is romantic, both of you guys are saying what you want to say, but you're not hearing. Okay, it's more about projecting. It's more about saying what I want to say. I want to do it quick. Like, why can't we do this now? This is and it's like, why can't you understand? And there's a clash of communication. There's a clash of thoughts, clash of priorities, clash of ideals, whatever it is. There's a whole lot of like just going back and forth and not really hearing but wanting to speak. There's a lot of frustrations that may have built up that just needs to come out, okay? That's one thing. Now, if you feel that this is not really kind of like not really ringing true to you so far, give it time because this is April. But for some of you guys, it could just be about you narrowly escaping a situation that like you were scared of something. You were scared that this was going to result in something. This has been on your mind. It's been stressing you out a lot. And in fact, I feel like it's all been in your head, okay? Now, a lot of times, there are times where it's like, okay, it's all in your head, but it's like, excuse me, it's not in my head because and then we come up with like, and this is just me, in my personal opinion, like when someone tells me it's all in your head, then I want to fight. The punching gloves come out, the boxing gloves come out, and I'm like, you ready to fight? Because no, it's not on my head. But it really is. Sometimes we defend the things that we know that are not good for us. A lot of times in toxic situations, whether it's a workplace or relationship or just toxicity in general, even though we in our heart of hearts understand and know in our mind, in our heart, we know that it's not good, we defend it if someone asks us about it, or if we feel that we need to be overly protective over it. So there's something that you could be feeling overly protective over. Overly protective over, sorry, I'm just making sure it's recording because I'm doing like this new setup here, so you guys can see the cards better. So just keep that in mind. I feel like there's a lot of rushing here. You feel that you need to rush in April about something, but understand that maybe perhaps taking it slow, communicating, stripping down, not literally, but, stripping down to the core of it all and getting to the core of it all, like showing somebody your true self and understanding that you have to love like there's no such thing as a broken heart, okay? There's a song, but it's like you have to love like there's no such thing as a broken heart. And a lot of times our traumas become us, or we let it become part of our narrative, and we reflect it on other people. And it's not just about in a romantic relationship. In anything, we come from a point of holding these swords up and trying to protect ourselves because we have been hurt before. But that really, you're neglecting any type of progress there, period, right? So you have, in order to let love in order to let anything that is good for you in your life, you almost have to forget and have temporary amnesia, as hard as it is. And I'm not saying this is, good all the time, because you got to realize patterns of toxic behavior and walk away when anything kind of displays that. Again, know that, you have to be smart, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying here? You almost have to have amnesia once in a while and just give this person a chance. Give this thing a chance. As long as it is not, you understand that it's not toxic, that it's, in your head, whatever it is. Sorry, I went kind of like overboard with that. But I think that there's like a lot of thoughts circulating in your mind in April. 6 of Pentacles here in May. Oh, okay, so you guys got 2 cards for May. We have the Devil card reversed and the 6 of Wands. Okay, here's what it is. A lot of it for you guys is shedding toxicity in your life in general. Toxic patterns, toxic behaviors from other people, the things that you're displaying about yourself. You gotta fix your verbal, what's the word I'm looking for? There's something that you keep saying about yourself, whether it's verbalizing or in your thoughts, that are not good for you, okay? That includes coming up with excuses as to why people are treating you the way they are, or why you're staying in a situation that's not good for you, or why do you keep doing this to yourself. Whatever it is, it's time to get out of that and to find yourself where you can kind of celebrate life, okay? So May is going to be a huge moment where you're going to release things that you felt were unfair, okay? With the 6 of Pentacles reversed and the Devil card, it's almost like I don't know why I can't think of words right now. I mean, this is always who I am, but an exchange that is not fair. Okay, now not everything is give and take. We know this to be true. If we love somebody, if we love a situation, we give, whatever, without counting, without keeping, track or whatever. But at the same time, there's something you understand that is no longer fair, whether it's your wage, whether it's your work, it's whatever relationship, it's not fair anymore. Look, the balancing beam is just going up and down. You're giving way too much and you're not getting anything in return, and you understand this to be true. Therefore, you're releasing yourself from that thing that's toxic and moving into a celebratory phase in your life where you are being celebrated. You are being acknowledged both within yourself but from others as well, that you deserve this, right? So it's something that you deserve, but you've been putting up kind of on hold, that the balancing beams are just out of balance, and you're like, that's it, I gotta cut it out, right? So, but it's also moving into a direction of happiness. So it's something that you've been wanting. It's something that you know is going to balance you coming up in May. Now in June, we have the Five of Swords. All right, I'm gonna cut the video real quick because it's everything. All right, here we are. So June, Five of Swords. Ooh, okay. Okay, so this is the moment, all right, guys, with the Ten of Cups. Here, I'll do it this way. Okay, so you're walking away from something, right? Maybe at the moment you're like, okay, it's not giving me as much as what I thought I would get from it, or I'm not seeing any type of progress from it. Slowly but surely things are moving into stability. And I think that you've been planning this. So planning this is going to be very optimal for you, but it's also something that you've been trying to manifest. Someone is being a little bit sneaky, guys. Now, sometimes that's us. Right here, we're being a little bit sneaky for to ourselves or whatever, and we can't be truthful to ourselves sometimes. It's us. For others of you guys, it's somebody. Okay, I'm seeing a certain somebody here. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or even perhaps a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that is being a little bit deceiving. Is not giving you the answer that you need. Okay, is kind of for a very long time, okay, for a minute, for a while, this person has kind of held the remote control to your happiness, basically. So this is them with the remote control, and they can maneuver your happiness, and they're over here sitting. I don't know if this is an actual person. It could even be, again, you know, let it fit where it may, because if it fits at all, let it fit where it may, because that sounds a little bit okay. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say here. It's like this thing or this person or this entity has held your happiness in their hands for quite a minute, and they're being deceiving. They're not quite being honest with their intentions. But I feel like there's something that you're going to make a change on, because you know with the Ten of Cups here, that's something that you have envisioned for yourself is very, very near, is up to you to get this thing, and you're going to make a big decision to escape that. Come July, I feel like July is the time that you're gonna, you know, leave this situation, because you know that it's unhealthy for you, okay? Could be an establishment or person, relationship, whatever. The Tower card here in July, please. Okay, with the Empress. Okay. It could be a female. It could be a feminine energy. Okay, it could be a feminine energy. We have the Libra card here with the Empress. I'm not going to say what came to mind immediately, right? Because there's no way that it's going to apply to everybody. It might even only apply to one person that's watching. So I'm going to leave that out, but there could be a disappointment, okay? It could be a disappointment. It's something that you are wanting to create in your life it's not going the way that you wanted it to go. But you know, I also feel like this moment sparks some type of an inspiration within you. As sad as it is, as kind of frustrating as it may be, I feel that in July there is a spark of inspiration that comes to you through this situation. It's almost like a very sad breakup song that you hear, okay? And why is it so popular? Why do so many people resonate with this breakup song? It's because a lot of us know what it's like to go through something like that, right? So it touches us. It really speaks to us, right? That's that moment of where you're like, okay, wow, this is almost like this song is singing my life. But little do we know that it's a lot of people go through this, right? A lot of people go through this. And not only that the person that wrote the song went through this, and was inspired to write this song, right? They sat down and wrote this song, and it's so raw and it's so true, and it speaks to you because it's real, and they went through this, you know what I mean? So that type of inspiration is coming to you. Now, it may not be an optimal situation, but I also feel that you're going to use this or leverage this somehow to push you forward. And I think it's a very empowering situation that comes from something that possibly was a little bit destructive, a little bit painful, or lot painful, but you know that you're going to persevere from this situation, because the Empress is someone who is so strong, right? so strong and so creative, and so very feminine and also powerful. So I feel like you're going to go through this, you're going to escape the situation, you're going to live to tell it, okay? Four of Pentacles. I mean, hang in there, because, you know, when you look back on 2019, I'm sure some months were not as desirable as others, right? This is life. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So some of you guys are dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. It could be an older feminine figure as well. What I see for you here is you are creating and cultivating a situation for yourself where you're going to find security and stability for yourself. So as we mentioned in the beginning, that is going to be a big focus for you. Business, money, security in relationships, even home, health, okay? Those are going to be big focuses for you in 2020. Therefore, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, you are going to come out of a situation where things were tight, okay? Things were a little bit worrisome. Things were making you anxious. For some of you guys, it's going to be different for everybody. Some of you guys, it's about your work, your finances, your study, your health. You're coming into a situation where you feel that you can control it, that you feel that you can nurture yourself, that you can come out of this and really have control over this situation. So you're going to get back some type of control here, okay, that you may have lost here. So May, June, July, August. So some of the control here that you may have lost, you're getting back here, okay? All right, so now moving into September, we have the Ace of Cups. All right. Ooh, we have the World. Okay. So this is going to be perhaps the best month of 2020 for you is September, because this is a month where you're starting something new. A lot of your wishes are coming true. You're feeling very confident and healthy and powerful and energetic. And there's something that you're making a big change here. So in September, this is a month where you're starting a new chapter of your life. Perhaps there's a lot of traveling, a lot of moments of interacting with other people, a lot of eyes on you, a lot of accomplishments that you're making in your life, and big changes that are going to give you overall confidence in general. That's what I see here, okay? So it could be that you have also an admirer for some of you guys. For others of you guys, you're going into something that's more committed and permanent. In general. In October, we have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, we have the Six of Cups. So this is a card that I believe came up for you in the beginning. So that theme could be expressed or exposed in October here. Some of your past could be returning. You could be communicating with them. Swords being an energy of communication and actions and thoughts. There could be a lot of texting, emailing, or something here that you're talking a lot with one another. So someone from your past could be returning in that capacity here, whether it's romantic or just a friend in general. Okay, and I see some sort of movement here as well, so it's either traveling or moving houses, but I also see you rediscovering something that once gave you happiness, or that once you were interested in before. You're going back to that, okay? Now in November, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Okay, we have Page of Pentacles. All right. So this is going to be for a select number of you guys, but okay, it's recording. But this is what's going to happen. You're going to change jobs for some of you guys. Some of you guys, your side hustle is doing so well that it's become your main hustle. Okay, by November. Some of you guys, you are getting some type of offer and it's going to really help you financially. Some of you guys are moving out of your home. Okay, so you're moving out of a home and you're living alone in November. Some of you guys are becoming an entrepreneur or working for yourself, or you have this amazing idea that you're going to follow through on, that you know that you're going to be working for yourself. That's what I definitely see in November here. Okay, December, 9 of Pentacles. By the way, I know that this may not like ring true to some people, but there could be an admirer at your workplace or your school or some type of place that you spend a lot of time in. There's like some sort of secret admirer here that could be coming up as well. Could be a younger, depending on your age, someone that's younger, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart heavily. 9 of Wands. You're ending the year with the 9 of Wands. A lot of hard work, right? Ooh, we have the 2 of Cups. Here we go. Again, I feel like there's a secret admirer, or you're admiring someone from a distance. But I also feel that this person could potentially be a soulmate, or someone who is going into 2021, my friends, someone that you're going to be in a relationship with. Okay, so that's what I definitely see here, a soulmate of some kind. Now, if you are already in a relationship, I also feel here that there is it's going good, but at the same time you may feel like, man, I'm putting all this hard work in, what is this other person doing? Or you guys are working hard towards something that you're not really quite resting. You guys could be saving up for something, or doing something, or planning something, therefore it requires a lot of work, or stuff like that. Or the other person's kind of giving you a headache. It's like, oh man, this person's giving me a headache a little bit. But other than that, I feel like maybe there is someone from a distance that could be watching here. Okay, in 2021, moving on to the next year after that, there could be something that's discovered more deep, or is turning into something that's deeper here. But yeah, I feel like the year ends on a really, really good note. Just be careful you're not overworking yourself. I'm gonna pull some oracle cards here for you guys. Okay, all right, so these are going to be themes here. We have the Queen, love and prosperity. Okay, so right away with the Queen of Pentacles here as well, it's definitely going to be a year of focusing on money, focusing on work, focusing on your health in close relationships. Okay, now that may sound like it's that's everything, Anza. But at the same time, no, I think your focus is mostly on finances, mostly on security for your future. Okay, so love and prosperity. Not only that, love is coming in clutch. Look at that. A lot of love here for you. So if you're not in a relationship, you could potentially be going into a relationship. If you're already in a relationship, I feel like going, into a more serious direction, more committed direction. There could be a big major change in your relationship. If it starts to go rocky, and if it's some knock on wood for some of you guys, it just doesn't work out. It's also about love for yourself. It's also about understanding that just because you let go of something that was familiar, you were scared to let go of it, there's also something better that's coming. There's also something that, is going to come in there to replace it in a bigger and better sense. So, understanding when enough is enough, to let go of those things, and understanding you are always going to be prosperous. You are always going to find love, but you are love, right? Anything else here? All right. Ooh, we have fire. Reckless actions lead to conflict. Okay, and then we also had this one, the Sun card. Your perseverance is rewarded, right? So basically, that's right. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, in the beginning, we had the Emperor card come up a lot in your reading, right? So and then we talked about like kind of embodying the energy of the Emperor, which is an Aries card. So it's very much that fire. when you understand when your fire cannot be put out, stop putting out your own fire. If you are passionate about something, if you gotta go for it, go for it. But at the same time, don't be too reckless with it, right? It's great that you have this passion. It's great that you have this drive. But let's also have this energy of the Queen of Pentacles, or the Pentacle energy in general, the grounding energy, to make those ideas into a reality, to make that fire sustainable, not just like a quick fire that just dissipates like fireworks and it just boom, it just, goes away. Fireworks, as beautiful as it is temporary. We want this fire to keep going. So don't make actions that are reckless. Respect your passion, respect the things that, set your heart on fire, and go for those things. It can no longer be put out. You've been ignoring this for way too long, whether it's someone you love, yourself, whatever it is, your passions, right? So, but just like that fire that cannot be put out immediately, instantaneously, with the Sun card, it is very warm, right? It's also a Leo. Love yourself. Spread that love with other people, right? Find that passion within yourself and understand that if you can persevere, if you can stick to this, you are going to get so much out of this. You are going to be rewarded, right? So that's what I see for you guys in group number 2. I hope you have a beautiful 2020. Bye guys. All right, so whoever picks Sunstone right here, this ring right here, we are going to find out what 2020 has in store for you. Now, I mentioned it for the other options as well, but this video has turned out to be a lot longer and a lot more detailed than I expected. Therefore, I've had to take some breaks in between in order to film this, so I am wearing something different. But for you guys, for whoever picked the Sunstone ring, it's going to be a little bit different. I am being called to pick the Oracle decks first before we get into your actual month-to-month reading for 2020. So I'm at the risk of repeating myself. This is going to be quite a longer video than usual. So I hope you guys give it a chance, right? Give it a chance. Maybe play it in the background while you do something else. But yeah, anyways, we're going to take a look at some of the main themes for 2020 for you right here with these Oracle decks first. And I want to pick this one first for you guys. Whoever picked the Sunstone ring for 2020, what are the overall themes? Oh, okay, so you guys, you have a lot. All right, so we have guide, we have earth, okay, we have failure, we have fear, we have gift, and we have growth. Okay, so it is going to be quite a year for you guys. Get prepared for 2020 because I feel like this is going to be a year that you are going to remember. This is one for the books. This is going to be a lot of moments of clarity for you, but maybe perhaps moments that require you to dig deep within to find your strength. Some things could happen in your life in 2020 where this marks like a big I want to say what's the word I'm looking for, a big opportunity. Let's put it positively. I think that it's going to be a big opportunity for you to see things more clear than you did before. A big turning point. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. A turning point where this will mark the time where you have made a big change in your life for the better. And as you progress onto different years and different stages of your life, this is going to be one that you're going to remember as it being that turning point to get you to where you are wanting to go to. So with that being said, I don't want you guys to get discouraged and say, oh my gosh, it's going to be a busy year. Maybe there's going to be a lot of failures. Maybe there's a lot of breaking through some fears and karmic patterns from the past that you are going to finally break. Okay, so if you have felt previous to this where it's like, man, I feel like I'm in this cycle that I can't get out of. I feel like every time I'm doing this or I'm self-sabotaging or something kind of happens, to prevent me from getting to where I want to be. This is going to be the year 2020 where you break those patterns, you break those karmic patterns, you break those ancestral patterns. And as you do this, there are going to be some people that are uncomfortable with this, or some situations that kind of come up, whether it's people or whatever, that you're going to start to see. You're kind of like outgrowing a certain situation that people are not quite catching up on, or they're like, what happened to you? You've changed so much. Like, where is the old you? But then you also understand that, you know, you are always you, but you're changing for the better. So there could be situations where it's like, you know, what has once been comfortable for me no longer works for me. And if that means I have to change the way that I approach things, if I have to change the people that I surround myself with, or how I present myself, it just needs to be that. Doesn't mean that I'm changing completely. I'm always me, but other people might not see that. So speaking of which, I see a lot of transformation for you guys, both physically, emotionally, and spiritually as well. So there could be big changes that you make in 2020 that your 2018 self may not even recognize. There's a lot of moments that I'm seeing of like before and after pictures, right? So not quite physically pictures, for although some of you guys it is pictures. You're making health decision, you're changing. For some of you guys, it's like just this smile that you have on your face by the end of 2020 is gonna be unrecognizable to who you are currently. Even though you're happy, even though whatever, some of you guys, there's gonna be a lot of big transformations emotionally, spiritually, maybe even physically for some of you guys, okay? But throughout this all, I think that there's gonna be a lot of moments of gifts, a lot of moments of growth, a lot of moments where you're receiving finally the gift that you deserve, or a lot of moments where you're also gifting other people and being a guide for other people. Spiritually, I feel like you guys are very, very connected to Earth. Very, very much this Earth energy of, I think that you're going to be working a lot. I think that you're going to make health changes. I think there's going to be relationships in your life that ground you. Almost like planting the seed and watching the culmination of all your hard work and the things that you have been putting out into this world kind of grow from that, grow from the earth, right? I think that it's going to be a very grounding year. I think it's going to be a year where you're focusing a lot on finances, work, relationships that are the closest to you, your health. I'm seeing this as a pattern for maybe group 2 and group 3, although you guys are a little bit different, because I think that there's going to be a lot of moments where you feel guided to make different changes in your life. And from that, you're going to grow. And from that, you're also be able to be there for other people and be the gift of a guide to other people. You're also going to receive a lot of guidance, right? And this is all because I feel like you are growing spiritually through some of the moments that you have feared, but you've overcome this fear. Some of the moments where you felt like you were failing, but in turn, it's just leading you to success, right? You know, not giving up, basically. So let me pull this one as well, just making sure that it's recording for Sunstone. Yeah, so there's moments where you're going to be a very healing energy for other people, also getting that healing energy within yourself. The other thing that's kind of speaking to me here with this growth card, there's 2 mushrooms here. There's somebody you're growing with, okay? Or something that you're growing with somebody, whether it's a romantic relationship or business partnership or something like that. You're growing with something else, okay? Or someone else. So that I do see that as a big thing there as well. I think it's just, oh, okay, so we're going to take a look at this real quick, but it is a lot of cards for you guys. I feel like group 3, there's always this group, okay? There's always a group that has the most messages or the most happening in their current. So I feel like in 2020, there's going to be a whole lot happening for you. There could be job changes, relationship changes, there could be new friendships coming up for you, there could be movement. There's a lot for you, okay? So we have Caduceus, you will receive news from afar, okay? And then we have the Wizard, use your skills to aid others. Right. So this Wizard card, right? As I mentioned before, there's something that's growing within you. There's this higher connection to source that you feel that you're also guiding a whole bunch of other people, and I feel you're called to do this, right? You guys, especially your intuition, but you're also grounding yourself in your reality, making big changes, very physical changes, right? So it's not only emotional, spiritual changes, you're also making physical changes. So there's something that you want to do, you're making progress towards that, and I think a lot of it is also inspiring other people, helping other people with your skills, okay? We have choose your words carefully, the Sphinx, Earth, utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Interesting that we have 2 Earth cards, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Interesting that we see this. So I think it's a lot about connecting with yourself, connecting with Earth, making actual physical changes, about your health, about your relationships, about your relationship with yourself and relationship with your future, and what it means to find stability and security in your life. So I see you're making a lot of good decisions for your future self, and I think that that's great. Not only that, you're making, logical changes in your life with reason and common sense. So I do love that about you. There's a lot of Earth energy. You're going to receive news from afar. You're helping other people with this. But the only thing is this fear, right? This fear of failure, fear of making a big mistake. I don't want to end up where I used to be before. I don't want to get my heart broken again. I don't want to make step outside of my comfort zone and make a big decision that's going to possibly harm me or possibly not turn out the way that I want it to. Now this fear is getting in the way of you finding success, period. And that's on period. So choose your words carefully when it comes to this. Even when the energy is what you're putting outside, you don't need to self-correct constantly. We're human beings, but there are certain things that you could be saying that is harmful to yourself or harmful to your future self in general. So just choose your words carefully. Make sure that you're not coming across too logical, too, cutthroat, even though sometimes call for that. Just put some heart into it, right? Put some heart into it. When you look at yourself, the little things that you say, man, I'm so ugly, or man, I'm so stupid. Those are the things that could really harm you psychologically in the long term. So just be careful with your words to yourself and with others as well, because we're constantly manifesting. The hourglass. Oh, no. Okay, time is of the essence, and the Serpent, a sly and subtle approach is needed. Okay, now it's all about energy, guys. It really is at the end of the day. So make sure that you are being very careful as to who you're let inside this circle, this energy, who you're letting get too close to you. Close to you, not too close, because you shouldn't be fearful of letting people into your heart, but there are certain aspects where you could be overly exposing something and letting other energies in. This is not to scare you, right? This is not to scare you, absolutely, but there are certain energies that could be detrimental to what you're trying to manifest or what you're trying to bring into your life. So just remember that. Make ssure everybody that you are sharing this information or these goals to, or what have you, are people who are, like, you can't always know 100%, but just, keep it to yourself sometimes. There's a lot of growth, right, with the snake here and growth card right here. As we grow, we need to shed skin, right? We need to shed skin. And it's just the ongoing process. There's not one point in your life where you're like, oh, when I'm 30, I'm going to have kids and my career's figured out. I'm going to have a house, Or when I'm, 50, I'm going to have, 2 grandchildren, or I'm going to be like, whatever, like doing so well in my business. I'm just saying there's no one end point in life. You could be 90 years old and still learning and still growing, okay? There's no end point in life. So understand that everything is, you know, ever evolving, ever circulating, but understand that maybe sometimes there needs to be some old skin that you need to shed in 2020, requiring a lot of growth. Sometimes it could be painful, sometimes it could be liberating. You are going to be liberated. You're going to feel very, very free, okay? The time is of the essence. So there's something that you're wanting to do. Utilize this earth energy. Encapsulate, you know, personify this earth energy. I can't think of the right word right now, but be that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Embody those energies when it comes to self-actualizing, really making these things grounded in truth, grounded with the actions that you make. Manifesting is great, but you got to meet the universe halfway and make the action, you know, so you have to really make the action to actualize these dreams that you have. So time is of the essence. 2020 is going to be a year where you're going to make big decisions, big changes, to where your 2019 self is not almost going to recognize your 2020 self, because by the end of 2020 there's a lot of growth for you, but there's a lot of things physically that are going to change in your life, okay? And I'm not talking about your body. I'm talking about, like, there's some big changes that you're going to say, oh my god, I couldn't have imagined that in 2019. So that requires you to make physical changes, physical actions, right? So that's what I see for you guys. I told you guys this is going to be a long video. Hopefully you guys are still here. If you are still here and liking the video, please hit thumbs up. All right, we are going to go into your month to month, okay? All right, every 30 minutes the video gets cut off. All right, so let's look at your month to month. Okay, month to month for 2020, whoever picks Sunstone, January to December. All right, let's take a look at your month to month. All right, so we did have the Page of Wands. I think that there's some sort of very exciting and passionate new beginning coming up for you. There could be a secret admirer, or there's something that you feel deep within your heart that you need to make a difference, to express yourself creatively and passionately. In order for this to happen, I think that you're going to make action towards a new beginning that you're going to almost welcome into your life. You're very, very excited for this, okay? All right, January, we have the Moon card. Reversed, we have Four of Pentacles. February, we have King of Swords. Just want to make sure that you can see all these cards. We have Queen of Cups, April. Then we have the Queen of Wands, May. June, Justice. Five of Cups, July. Ace of Pentacles, August. Right. Three of Swords. Page of Swords. Ten of Wands, Eight of Swords. Oh, is that it? Wait. All right, I'm so sorry. Like, okay, there was a better way that I could have done that. But anyways, I'm a little bit in a jet lag, so I apologize. Okay, so the Moon card, I want to go ahead and clarify each of these cards. I think in 2020, there's a lot of you guys that may be dealing with a Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Libra. Yeah, that's pretty much it that I see here. With the Moon card in January, let's clarify that. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, all right? So this is a general reading, so, you know, let it apply where it may, if it applies at all. The Moon card here is a Piscean energy with the Two of Cups. There is a general feeling of not quite being in dreamland, right? Being in dreamland. So some of you guys, it's positive, okay? Like, I love this dream. Some of you guys, it's a nightmare. Just understand that in January, it is not quite rooted in truth. All right. So whether it's a nightmare or whether it's over the top happiness, oops, there we go. That's a nightmare. Whatever it is, what you know to be true may not be physically accurate or physically visible. All right. So if it's your intuition that you feel about something, just understand that communication is going to help you the most. Meaning, there could be, you know, in January for some of you guys, a secret admirer or something that you're feeling deep within emotionally. But it might not be quite explainable to the or in actuality, there's some kind of discrepancy, or it just is not making so much sense in real life, but emotionally, you know, that something is there. So just know that if it is your fear speaking, right? Because we had that card of fear or failure. If you are scared to go towards something because of your past experiences, do not let that stop you from communicating with people and finding that connection with somebody. Okay. Some of you guys it's romantic, others of you guys it's just a business partner or friendship or family member. Communication is going to help you sort out whatever it is that you feel deep within that may be coming from fear or coming from overly expecting something out of somebody, if that makes sense. Okay. So yeah. That's going to help you the most to clarify things. Because we can think all day, oh, this person hates me, or, oh, you know, this person doesn't like me back, or this person feels some type of way about us. But when we can actually talk to this person, we might find that some of those things are just in our head, right? Or it's coming from fear. You know, we're letting fear speak for us. So just keep that in mind. Others of you guys, you have a secret feeling towards somebody, or someone has a secret feeling towards you. Four of Pentacles reversed here. So you're releasing some type of control that you have over a situation. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely, this is the cards that we have. So you're putting an end to something that was unhealthy, and you're finally making a decision to open up a little bit more, okay? And if in February you feel that you're still not ready to open up, just understand that I feel like this is a process to get you to where you, to get to a point where you can open up, to get to a point where you can let someone into your heart or a situation into your heart. If it's a financial decision, guys, there's a end to a means, or there's a, what's the word I'm getting here? Sorry. I feel like you're gonna release some type of karmic connection, whether it's with somebody else or whether it's money or confidence, and you're going to start brand new, but it requires you to cut out that BS, okay? Whether it's a BS relationship or BS kind of pattern that you're making in your life, it's gotta be cut out. It's gotta be cut out. And you know this to be true. Your third eye is like, come on, I see it. Why can't you real physical eyes see it, but my third eye is seeing it? So your third eye is essentially like, you know, arguing with your actual two physical eyes, and you're like, come on, why can't you guys see what I see? And you know this to be true. Okay, so you have to cut out this negative pattern that you're making in your life, self-sabotaging pattern that you're making in your life, and you're going to put an end to something, but it's going to be really good for you. And I think that if it's a financial problem, it will be resolved. If it's like something that you feel kind of insecure about, not stable about, that's also going to be resolved, but it will come with an ending. Okay. King of Swords in March. So we have this kind of powerful decision that you're making. Kind of like going into March as well from February, okay? So these 3 months could be months that you do make that big change that we talked about earlier. King of Swords. Okay, so we have Ace of Wands with that. King of Swords, I feel like there is some... and I love this because even though it is an air quality, this King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, to me, it's kind of coming off as, in Ace of Wands being, you know, fire, it's kind of coming off as an earth energy. I don't know about you guys, but because we had, you know, both of those earth cards, I think that you're making logical common sense decision about something, and you let this new beginning into your life. And I feel like it's a very refreshing March for you, because yes, March is springtime. And is it spring? It to me, it kind of symbolizes like cherry blossoms in my mind, where even though it's beautiful, it's for a short period and you gotta enjoy it. The time is now. We had that that card. I don't remember where it was. Was it this card? Yeah, this one. We had this, right? The hourglass card. So time is of the essence, right? You got to enjoy those cherry blossoms while you can. And it's a very short period of time, but you got to live in the now. You got to appreciate that, a very fragile time in your life. But I think that in March, you're going to make a logical decision towards something that you're passionate about. Not only that, with the King of Swords, it could be someone who's older or someone who has some sort of a, it could be a parent, it could be a boss, it could be a teacher, it could be just someone who's, an older sibling, whatever it is, or someone older in general here coming in to kind of help you with that decision. So open up, ask around for guidance. Even though you ultimately know what's best for you, I think it's good to open up about that. So yeah, for some of you guys, this is, a promotion of some kind or leveling up in your life of some kind, okay? With the Queen of Cups here in April. All right, so we have the Seven of Swords. So you're very aware of something, okay? In April, you're very aware of something. I would highly suggest for you to listen to your intuition. A lot of tarot readers or, spiritual people will talk about this. Always listen to your intuition. Yes, it's true, but April is when you want to fully give into it. A lot of times we're scared to listen to our intuition because it's like, what if it's not rooted in truth? What if it's not, logic? But in April, for the love of God, listen to your intuition, because something is not right here. Something is not right. You gotta get out while the getting's good. My friend, you gotta get out while the getting's good. Do you see that card anyways? Oh, sorry. I'm trying to this new setup so you guys can see the cards better. You gotta get out while the getting's good. All right. You are going to escape narrowly by the skin of your teeth. Is that the right? Sometimes I just, what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you gotta leave while the getting's good. That's gonna be a title for you, because April, either someone's being sneaky, or you no longer should stay in this situation, but you're still staying in the situation, but your intuition is like, hey, you know what, I deserve better, or something's better is coming, or if I keep staying here, I'm basically standing in I'm skating on thin ice. You're skating on thin ice, and you know that, spring's gonna come and the ice is gonna melt and you are gonna be doomed. So leave. I'm not trying to scare you guys. I don't think it's life-threatening. I think it's just more along the lines of in your heart that you deserve better, or you gotta get the F out of the situation. You gotta listen to that, okay? Because somebody or something or your situation in general is not good for you. Not good. Queen of Wands, moving on to May. Okay, so this is where you find your independence, your self-acceptance, your confidence, the love that you have for others, and the love that you share for yourself. It's a moment that you're going to outshine a lot of the things that it was going on around you, or a lot of the, I don't want to say competition, but basically, I think in May, there's something that you outshine, okay? Queen of Wands, clarify it, please. Oh, Ace of Cups, look at that. Okay, so there's this opportunity for you to express yourself creatively. Some of you guys, it's singing, acting, painting, making videos. Some of you guys, it's just basically standing in your truth, in your passion, in your independence, and letting your voice, be expressed in different types of ways. This is a general reading. It's going to be different for everybody, but basically it just is you expressing yourself, all right? And that is going to invite some type of opportunity. So if you have a project in mind, if you are wanting to do something in your life, May is the time to get it. Okay, May is the time to really put yourself out there, or let this project, you know, be released, or tell somebody, a certain somebody, that you want to like do this, right? So that's what I see for you. May is so far the best month for you to really express yourself emotionally and creatively and intuitively, and in many ways. May is the month where you want to let your beauty out. Okay, let your beauty shine. Inner beauty, external beauty, everything. Okay, not only that, you have this big heart to help others, and I think that you're going to be able to reach a lot of people by putting yourself out there in May. May is the day. May is the month that you are just shining. You are shining. Embody this energy of the Leo, Queen of Wands, right? It's an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but embody the Leo specifically, right? Share your creativity, share your love, share your warmth with others, and be very confident, right? It is your time to shine. Okay, Justice card in June. Okay, ooh, look at that. My gosh, this is a string of good months for you guys. May and June. Why? Because Justice. Everything is being balanced here in June for you. If you have a legal matter, if you have a matter where it's just, you know, it's like cut and dry, you know, signing paperwork, doing things like moving up in your life, making changes, but really balancing out your mind and your emotions here. Okay, really good. It's 6 of Wands here too, so you're gonna be recognized. Okay, this is the moment where you're going through a lot of, like, maybe perhaps a little bit of ups and downs from February to April, but finally going into June, these are gonna be the months, May and June, where you're going to be recognized for the efforts that you've put in, or there's some sort of an outcome, there's some sort of a result that you're seeing from the hard work. And it's a moment of just celebrating. Some of you guys, it's your birthday, or some of you guys, you're going into a more committed situation with somebody, or in your job, or what have you. Okay, so this is a very beautiful month. Some of you guys are creating something with somebody, whether it's love or project. Maybe perhaps there's marriage or some sort of a celebration here coming up. So yeah, there's a lot of balance here. 5 of Cups going into July. But again, we have to channel the energy of the earth. Okay, earth energy. Okay, so there's a card that fell out right here. We have 2 of Wands. So you're gonna have to make a decision during July to really put your foot forward and make plans for your future. You can no longer stay stuck in the past. Okay, so there could be, you know, we'll have those moments, right? Like Mercury retrograde, or something just happens in our life that we're kind of like remembering our past, or feeling some type of way about our past, and being scared for the future because of your past, or just in a moment of a lot of self-reflection, maybe a little bit of self-pity, or we all have those moments, right? But I think in July, there are going to be moments of that. There are going to be moments of being sad about the past, or reflecting on the past, but also it helping you. Because look at this. The 2 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, to me, they're very opposite energy. Meaning you're looking back in your past and you're making plans for your future. Some of you guys are traveling in July. Some of you guys are feeling homesick. Some of you guys are thinking about your childhood, or thinking about your heartbreak, thinking about things from the past, but it not staying there too long. I think you're gonna have moments of that, but you're also using that to push you forward, to make big plans for yourself. The 2 of Wands, I think that you're kind of looking at your world, getting your life in your hands, and really looking at it from all perspectives, and saying, hey, is there something that I could do differently here? Is there a plan that I want to come up with? What are my goals, right? Knowing what I know, that what I learned from the past, how do I leverage that to push me forward into the past? So there's a lot of plan making, there's a lot of organizing, there's a lot of emotional moments, but also a lot of moments of making plans for your future coming up in July. August, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So something could be coming slow. I think you're expecting some kind of financial, sorry, cards fell out on the ground. All right, we have the Emperor, we have the Two of Pentacles, and the Judgment. Okay, so you can't quite make a decision in August. It could be due to financial situations, like you're like, man, I was expecting that money to come in, like it's not quite coming in yet, or should I make a change in my life financially so that I could get to the point of security. The Emperor being an Aries card, it is about, like, I mean, look at this Emperor card, right? It's stability. It's stability, but also understanding when to fight and when to hold back, and when to know that you have to fight for yourself. Despite what may be happening around you, what are the decisions that I can make? What are things that I'm willing to fight for, right? So financially, there could be a big decision that you're making. You could have made a decision already, but you're not quite seeing the progress of it yet. Or you're like, man, you know what? Money's kind of stagnant here, or I don't feel really secure here. For some of you guys, it is financial. Others of you guys, it's just a sense of security. You're like, I'm not feeling too secure right now. Should I make a decision for my current self and my future self to make a big change so that I can start to get that security back or that finance back? So I feel you're kind of struggling to make a decision quite yet there, but I also feel that you have this vision for yourself on what it means to find that stability and security. So you have that vision, you just need to kind of reflect it into the real life. So I do see that coming up in August for you. Okay, now if you're struggling, like in August, like, should I buy this? Should I not buy this? Don't quite like sign the papers. Don't quite make a big decision in August quite yet. I think that things are going to start to improve, and it's also going to improve in a physical sense, because you know that it's coming, but it's not quite reflecting in a real life, and it's going to start to do that. So don't, like, you know, don't let your hopes don't get down about it on yourself or whatever. Okay, that's not really making sense, but what I mean to say is don't be hard on yourself, okay? Because there could be some changes coming, but you could feel kind of indecisive to go ahead and make that change because there's some kind of news that you're waiting for that's not quite happening quite yet. So it could be a little bit frustrating. Three of Swords coming up in September. We had a flipper there. Okay, we have the Tower card reversed. Interesting that the Three of can you see this? The Three of Cups and the Tower card reversed. Okay, so this could be a little bit of a hard month for you. September, I feel like there is something that you know you have to release, but you're not quite doing it. And I think a lot of it is not just you, okay, guys? I think a lot of us are going to go through this where we know we have to release. I mean, not that we have to because it's a new decade or something, but there's some type of energy in 2020. I don't know if you feel it. Let me know if you feel it. Leave it down in the comments where it's like, you know, there's like a layer you're shedding, okay? We're constantly doing that, but especially for you guys, I think 2020, as we mentioned in the beginning with the Oracle cards that came out, you know you have to make a logical decision to leave or to make a change. You know, with the Serpent, it's ever evolving, ever changing, but it's like, you know, almost cyclical. And it's a time right now, cyclically, I don't think that's a word, but it's a time where you are seeing the change and you are being forced to make this change. But you also know that you have to. So September could be a little bit of a hard month in those terms. We all have hard months in the year, right? I mean, 2019, I had, you know, hard months, like months. I'm talking, not just 1 month. All right. So we all have those moments. It just can't be butterflies and rainbows all of a sudden, all the time. But I feel like September could be a little bit of hard in that sense. You have to see the signs and recognize them. Okay. And ever more so in September, you need to be very perceptive of those signs. Those signs will be presented to you. We saw in the Oracle, we had guide. Okay, so you're gonna be guided. You're also gonna have the gifts of being able to decipher those guides. Meaning you're very, very spiritual. You're very, very intuitive. You're perhaps even psychic. A lot of you guys, right? All of us have that, but for you, it's a year that you're going to have to rely on it. You're going to have to understand that you have what it takes. Okay, you have these seeds to turn it into something better. this gift is beautiful because it keeps on giving, right? Why? We have the apple, we have the seeds. We can eat the apple, we can, sprout the seeds again, we can grow the seeds again, and it keeps giving us these apples. Meaning this is a gift that's going to be everlasting. It is not a gift that is like, oh, you won the, lottery and that's it. You're a millionaire. But it's up to you to take that millions and invest it into something so it could keep giving for generations, you know what I mean? Or you could go buy that Gucci jacket, you could, throw away all your money. By the way, I'm not like shaming anybody for buying what, you know what I mean? Like if I won the lottery, I'm gonna go shopping. And that's an understatement. But what I'm trying to say is like, let that gift keep giving. Okay, invest it in something and understand that this is a gift that's inherently true to you. This is something that you were born with. Okay, so it's not just a surprise gift. This is something that keeps on giving. It's up to you to understand those guides, understand and see those signs before it becomes destructive. Okay, Page of Swords, October. It could also be someone else that's going through this in your life that you're kind of using that gift to help somebody out. It could be a very, very painful, we have Queen of Swords with the Page of Swords. Okay, somebody's not meeting you where you need to be met, okay? Or you're not meeting something where it needs to be met. Just I think that this is going to be a month, October, where you are going to have to use that common sense. You are going to have to be cutthroat. You are going to have to make big decisions in your life. And I feel like it's not up to somebody, right? You see the Queen of Swords is like, what's your move, right? So I think that you already know what the moves are necessary to get you to where you need to be. It's like a game of chess. You're thinking in advance. You have a plan, right? And it's like, what do you say? What is your plan? But you're like, you already know you're gonna win this game. You know what I mean? Because there's something here that is not quite on your level, or you're not meeting the level that you need to, depending on how you look at it. It could be somebody else, it could be yourself or whatever. And you're like, okay, I need to make a decision here. Not only that, you have really great ideas. You're making a lot of actions and movements in October. So there could be a lot of traveling, a lot of communication. We talked about earlier that there's going to be communication coming to you, or a message coming to you in a big sense. So October could be that month where your ideas are going, there's a lot of communication coming to you, and it could be coming from an older feminine energy or a younger masculine energy. Okay, yeah, I think it's financial as well. We have the High Priestess. So these are this is the month, October, where you are getting those signs, right? High Priestess, very intuitive, very psychic. Things are being balanced for you. Also this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, balance and communication, working with other people to get to a common goal that you have with people. Okay, it could even be someone at a workplace or at school that you have feelings for, or it could be that in that sense. But yeah, I feel like this is a really good month, October, where you want to let your voice be heard, you want to put your ideas out there, and you want to really get the people that have a same goal, same interests, or that get the people that can really help you to make this passion into a reality. Okay, November, we have the 10 of Wands. Ooh, okay. Look at that. All right. So it's a lot of hard work, right? I think that you're working hard to do something in your life. You're trying to end a cycle. You're trying to maybe, save up for traveling, save up to open up a new chapter in your life, or to begin a new chapter, saving up for moving, saving up for something here with the World card, something that's going to inspire you intellectually and spiritually. But there's also that I mentioned in the beginning. I don't want to look at the world in this type of way, but I feel for you in 2020 that because you're making that big change, people could not, it's like you're moving at the speed of light and everybody's like moving in like Earth time. You know what I mean? there's something that you're rapidly changing that other people are not quite privy to it. They're not aware of it, or if to them it feels like at the flash of a second you changed, and they're kind of scared because they're like, well, is this the person that I recognize? Or have they changed? And is the change for the better? But trust you me, believe you me, they're going to catch up to it, and they're going to see that the change is spectacular for you. But to them, it's happening kind of overnight. To you, it's been coming for a while, but to them, it's happening overnight. So don't get discouraged if people are not quite like seeing things the way you do. I feel like this is, again, I don't see an Aquarius energy, but in October, I see kind of an Aquarius air sign energy. You go wherever you need to go, right? Air is everywhere. So there are some things that you are catching, I don't know what I want to say. Maybe this is something that you're seeing in advance that people are not quite seeing yet, right? With the High Priestess too. Like, she's psychic, she's clairvoyant, she sees things before it happens. This is you. You're changing before people are ready for it, or you're seeing a pattern and you are riding on that pattern or using that pattern to escape a pattern or whatever, right? Sorry, I'm kind of like, there's a lot of messages. So yeah, that's what I see. Like, you're making a change. People are not quite there yet. People are still in 2020. Meanwhile, you're in 2025. Okay. Just give them a chance. It could kind of manifest in a way of people are kind of hating, or people like kind of trying to drag you down. Not everything is about that, okay? I don't see the world in that way, but just understand that if that's what happens. Or there could be patterns in your life where things are not quite working out because it's telling you, hey, it's not working out, and it's trying to push you towards something that's going to work out, okay? So if you see, things are not going so well at work, or things are not going so well at school, or things are not going so well in this family, or in a family or relationship or whatever, friendship, then it's pushing you to something that's going to self-correct and move you to a good direction. Just understand that you might have to be very perceptive of it to change what you have been doing, okay? And then we have the Eight of Swords finally in December. We had the Knight of Swords, right? Can you see that? Okay, Knight of Swords reversed. So there's something that you have been wanting to do, but you have restricted yourself from doing. So there's this energy of like anxiousness within you. Sometimes, and not all the times, but anxiety or something will come up. And we've all experienced this. Some people experience it chronically all the time, and other people's in other time we have these feelings. And I think in December there's anxiety, anxiousness that you're feeling within. And you're like, what can I do with this energy? I feel like there's a lot of energy within me, but it's not being expressed in a healthy way. I feel that, I feel kind of jumbled. I feel stressed out. I feel very paranoid. I feel anxious. Whatever it is, it's because you're not quite doing what you know that you should be doing, right? You're not quite doing what you know you need to be doing or wanting to be doing. There's a part of you that's stopping yourself from doing that. So again, 2020 is a year that's filled with great stuff, but it's also filled with moments of you needing to, and I'm sorry I keep saying this, but shed your old skin. Whatever you've been doing so far has worked for you in the past is no longer working, okay? So you have to make a change in that sense. And I think a lot of it is bringing you closer to source, right? It's foreign, it's brand new, but you also know that this is like growing pains to get you to where you need to be. So, oh, you know what also kind of reminds me here with this Knight of Swords and the Eight of Swords? I believe you guys had choose your words carefully, right? Did you have that? Oh yeah, right here with the Sphinx. I believe you guys had this card. And that is because you need to choose your words carefully in December. I think December is the month, and I know we're talking like a year from now, and hopefully you remember this. If this is true to you in that time, come back to the video because things could change in a year. This is when you need to choose your words carefully, and I think that you're going to, because these are reversed. There's a part of you that has that energy of like, man, I wish I could just say this right now and destroy them, figuratively destroy them, right? I could just punch their teeth out with my words, but you're not doing it. And I think that that's great because you are choosing your words carefully, right? You're choosing, don't be too overly cautious, but I feel like there's some things that you're wanting to do, you're wanting to express, but you know that it might not be the best for you, right? So this is like the Emperor card right here. It's an Aries, choose when to fight, choose when to just sit back and make decisions and let others fight for you. I know that's not it's coming off as positively as I hoped it for it to be, but you know what I mean. Know when it's your battle and when it's another person's battle. Right? Sometimes you help others with their battles, and sometimes you just have to sit back and, let them do their thing. So just understand that when to fight, when to sit the fuck down, right? And you know that in December. Six of Cups, I think it's also for others of you guys, if this doesn't somehow apply, there's something that you're wanting to tell somebody that you're not quite saying here. And it's somebody that if you really sat down, you have a heart-to-heart connection, you have a soul connection. It could be from a past life, it could be from your childhood or your past in general. Somebody could be returning here in December, or it's just moments of kind of closing out things karmically from your past or your past life that needs to be closed out. A lot of you guys are getting in touch with your inner child here, and really working on yourself emotionally and spiritually. Some of you guys are picking up a hobby that you have kind of let go of momentarily. You're picking it back up. You're doing something that makes you happy, right? You're doing something that's going to get you out of this anxious mind or depressed mood. Not everything can be solved that way, but I hope you understand the gist of what I'm trying to say, is that I feel like you're getting more outside of your mind and more in touch with your soul, more emotionally connected to yourself. Therefore, there's some things that you're going to come up with that you're like, okay, I am anxious. What do I do with this energy? What do I do with this pent up emotion? Okay, I'm going to express it in a way that's artistic. I'm going to express it in a way, writing a poem. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, right? And you're using that energy in a positive way, and I love that for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to close out this reading. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful 2020. Bye. Or your past life that needs to be closed out. A lot of you guys are getting in touch with your inner child here, and really working on yourself emotionally and spiritually. Some of you guys are picking up a hobby that you have kind of let go of momentarily. You're picking it back up. You're doing something that makes you happy, right? You're doing something that's going to get you out of this anxious mind or depressed mood. Not everything can be solved that way, but I hope you understand the gist of what I'm trying to say, is that I feel like you're getting more outside of your mind and more in touch with your soul, more emotionally connected to yourself. Therefore, there's some things that you're going to come up with that you're like, okay, I am anxious. What do I do with this energy? What do I do with this pent up emotion? Okay, I'm going to express it in a way that's artistic. I'm going to express it in a way, writing a poem. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, right? And you're using that energy in a positive way, and I love that for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to close out this reading. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful 2020. Bye.